Hello, 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 and welcome. Today's guest is a little bit on the late side, but we'll see. In the meantime, we have my wonderful producer who is going to be joining us as well.
Why, hello there.
As well as the most awesome mod from the East Coast, Zalosi.
Hey everyone, how you doing?
Good.
This might just be the first time that I've ever shared a panel with you, Zalosi. Hail to you, sir.
Hail to you too, good sir.
So today we have, we have quite a few interesting topics. Especially ones that would definitely fit in with you, Zalosi, including you, Tony. We're going to be talking about, since we have the gaming awards coming up, and recently a lot of people have been showing their new tech, their new shit, and stuff like that. We will be talking a lot about the new tech, upcoming games, and their possible prices. Well, everybody's talking about prices. So let's get started. Let's just hop right into it and go straight into the new tech.
I'm too broke for this. I kind of like running emulators of systems that are as old as I am. Can't we just do that?
I get that feeling.
Wouldn't it be nice if they just started just doing an emulator system instead of just doing PS6, Steam, Xbox, and stuff? Just give us one great big emulator. That'd be nice.
It's just, they're going to talk about backwards compatibility because, as we get older, that it's the one hook that they reel us in with.
Yeah, I know. And it was like PS3 when that came out. One of the hooks that brought everybody in, the very first part of the PS3, the early version of it, was backwards compatibility. People loved it. Xbox, backwards compatibility. People loved it. PC, well, they could have gotten anything they wanted.
Pretty much.
And they still can. I think somebody else wants to join the show, and I think that's a dog.
Lovely.
But I think we'll start off with the PS6. That's been highly talked about a lot, and there's been argument, that the PS5 Pro should be treated as the PS6, which personally I think is, as a PlayStation gamer, I think it's kind of stupid, because if they were going to do that kind of stuff, then we would have had PS5 a long time ago when they did the PS4 Pro. But yeah, for the PS6, I mean, for the PlayStation 5, when it came out, it had solid AMD, and it's very it had solid AMD. The CPU and the GPU, especially for bring this up. Like the CPU was solid AMD Ryzen 7 2. GPU, AMD Radeon. The RAM ran about 16 gigs. Storage that's the one thing I loved about the PlayStations, is you can mess with the storage on your own. If you want more storage, you can just go to the store, buy it, stick it in your PlayStation. You'll be happy, fine, good for you. With 4K output to 120 hertz. And you can use up to 6 Wi-Fi ports, of course, which is always great. But when it first came out, the pricing for it was $500 if you got the version with the disc, and I believe it was $400 or so when it came out if you got the version with just the digital. Whether they'll do that again, I know not. but it would be interesting if they did. It would actually be very nice if they did. Be very appreciative.
I think the biggest thing is that Sony's really going to have to do something different for their next console because from what it looks like, Xbox is kind of just bowing out of the console race itself. Is going to be more focused on PC, and now we had Steam entering, and honestly, the only real competition at that point is PlayStation. So you got to wonder what they're going to be doing because Nintendo, it does its own thing. So
Nintendo does its own thing to the chagrin of everyone else. PlayStation's probably, at least the visual aspect of the hardware casing, they're probably going to go with the Yugi Moto jacket, ladies and gentlemen, because Seta Kaiba just wasn't cool enough for the PS5. Okay, so expect to duel on the PS6 very, very soon.
Yeah, it's how should I put it? For the PS6, it also makes you wonder when the hell is it going to come out? I mean, PlayStation, they will say, oh, it'll come out next year, and then they will go back and say, oh, wait, no, it's going to come out the year after. That's one thing PlayStation is also very bad at is timing. They had that problem with the PS4. They had that problem with the PS5. And if they do that again with the PS6, well, then they're going to have a big problem. Big fucking problem, especially when it comes to pricing. They have been known to learn from possible mistakes. However, they also have been known to follow the leader. So if we have, for example, if we have the Steam box coming out and it's going to be running at $500, chances are PlayStation 6 will run at $500. Now, if it's going to start running higher than that, then yeah, it will start being charged for a higher amount. Most likely, in my opinion, that is probably going to be it. PS6, as far as their tech will go for, I think maybe they might go higher than an AMD 6 or 5 or whatever they're going. I have a feeling that they're going to go for what's the least expensive, but still, how should I put it? What's the least expensive option for them, but still pretty high up there.
Right.
As for the Steam machine, I think that the Steam machine is going to be the only possible competition for PlayStation from now onward.
We got to look at the technology from this perspective. Now, I'm a simple country superhero, so I like things to be equally simple, okay? If I see a console that has enough processing power as a low-end gaming PC, I'm going to think that going forward, might as well just either run a PC or whatever deluxe version of the GameCube comes out, because console gaming is becoming very moot with the shift to digital downloads, with the lack of the need for disk drives or the desire for disk drives, as these new kids don't appreciate what it's like to actually hold a game in their hands. There's ultimately no point to continue building consoles. They're quickly being phased out, in my honest opinion, and eventually everybody's just going to be gaming on either one or two different rigs. One being the GameCube, or whatever iteration that it ends up becoming further on down the line, or just on a PC proper. Because what is the incentive? What is the incentive of buying a PlayStation 6? I often go back and I think of the PlayStation 2 commercial where they had that super VR heavy, ultra realistic, hyper interactive PS9 experience
Mhm.
and then it followed up with, you know, oh, by the way, this is where it started, PS2, right?
Yeah.
I don't see a PS9 in the future. I don't see Xbox 420 blaze it in the future. I just don't. And the reason why is because technology is streamlining to be more and more convenient for either a console consumer that's running a low-end gaming PC that you can fit in your backpack, or somebody like me who's got a desktop. There is no more incentive for consoles. Nintendo shot theirs in the foot. They're overpricing their technology, and for what? For what? It's pointless. Get a GameCube or build a computer. That's your future, folks. It's happening in real time.
Yeah, very much so at that. And well, not only that, is also another thing is that, however, another difference between what's going to be the Steam and PlayStation is PlayStation has learned from the backwards compatibility mistake, and therefore for the PlayStation 5, you can play any of your PS4 games. And then, of course, any of your older games from like the PS3 and stuff, you can stream them now via PlayStation Plus. However, come the PlayStation 6, I think they're going to learn from that as well and make backwards compatibility for PS5 and possibly maybe some PS4 games. That's maybe, of course. As for as for PS6 versus Steam, because of backwards compatibility and because of Steam, for those new to Steam that want their games from PlayStation also on Steam, that means buying the game again, which is not something that a lot of people like. Not an idea that people like. But unfortunately is one that people have to deal with if they want to use Steam. The Steam machine also has some good specs. However, its specs run along the line of a
Low-end PC.
a low-end PC, but also a low-end PlayStation 5. And the thing is, though, is that they already said we want to price it as a PC, which would mean that pricing it as a PC would most likely cost Steam pretty bad when it comes to the Steam machine. It means that the pricing would bring it up to about 800 to closely maybe even 1,000.
Yeah.
And that would not, and a lot of people have said, if it's going to be that much price, we're not going to be interested. We're not going to want it.
There's no sense. No
Yeah,
sense in getting it.
Yeah,
You're better off just building a computer.
Yeah, exactly. You're better off just building the computer or just going out and getting a laptop or something, a gaming laptop.
Yeah, get yourself a decent one or have a friend that knows how to do it, build you one, because I'm going to tell you this right now, folks. There's a lot of high-end gaming rigs that are literally designed to fail, too. This is another thing that I'm afraid of. You look at some of these like Alienware PCs that are like so top-end that they're supposed to be invincible, but they're literally designed to like go through their power sources like butter and ultimately fail so that you can buy the next Alienware PC. Your best bet truly is to build your own. Follow the instructions of building your own or having somebody build it for you for a discount price. I could build a PC for half the price of an overpriced Alienware. So what I'm getting from this is I hope that they don't turn around and try to do this with the GameCube. I don't want to see them installing planned obsolescence in their console that they're trying to price as a PC, because the last thing that these guys need right now is to do shady, stuff like this, like Nintendo does.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we are at a cusp where it really is coming down to, are you going to play with your old hardware, or are you going to build something new? I'm not in the market for new games these days. I haven't been in the market for new games for a long time, outside of some Warhammer titles here and there. I am perfectly content with firing up Quake 3 Arena or Unreal Tournament and burning off some steam that way. Perfectly content. And I'm in the camp of gamers that has seen the rise and fall of 3-4 console generations. And it always ends up the same.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to get any better. It's only going to get more expensive. My best advice to you is to always maintain a way to go back and play some of your favorite games however you want. It'll ultimately be cheaper, for one. And for two, you can just, let people blow their money on equipment that'll blow up in a year. And that person's going to be smart enough not to be in that crowd as you. Truly.
Yeah, exactly. And not only that, is also people are always, you always have those people out there that just have to have the next big thing.
That's
instead of the next, and then instead of sticking with the logical thing, they have to have the next big thing. It's the whole fear of missing out syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
They hear their friends have a PlayStation 6 or a Steam machine or the newest version of Xbox, and they want it because they don't want to be left out, or because the marketing is like, oh, look at this pretty brighter screen, better. It's not just 4K, but it's also 8K, which is a thing. A lot of people don't know that. There are some TVs that say there are TVs that say they're 8K. But yeah, it's a lot of fear of missing out in a lot of cases. It's already been rumored that the new Xbox is going to be running the same price as a Steam machine. And of course, Xbox wants to run their, it's rumored for them that they're going to be pricing as a PC as well, which is also $1,000. So they also want to reach up there too. Now that is a big rumor for Xbox. But then again, when it comes to Xbox, I tend to believe more of what Xbox says because they're, in my opinion, they're just that much of an idiot.
Well, Microsoft is always going to be
Microsoft.
Like, I saw this picture of a tech model. I don't know if I saved it to my phone or not. Let me see if I can get it, because this is a good point. Talk amongst yourselves for just a few seconds, folks. I might have something to add to this conversation.
Oh, and Furious Dan. Thank you for the super chat. Says, shout out to you, Scooby Pup. By the way, I DM'd you. Oh, okay, I shall check that out in a few seconds.
Thank you, Dan.
Okay. Okay, I checked out your DM. Thank you for the information. Also, yeah, for those of you who don't know, I did do a stream the other day with Furious Dan. You might want to check it out. He and I, we were doing co-op gameplay on Where Winds Meet, the brand new free-to-play game. But back to the topics of the new tech. You also have Steam coming out with a VR headset, controller, all that beautiful stuff, and we have no prices for them. And especially when it comes to the VR tech. Now, when it comes to VR, VR is a gimmick in my opinion. And when it comes to VR, I think they overcharge with that. PlayStation overcharged with it. Steam will either overcharge for it or they'll actually give it a decent price.
And the interesting part about the Steam headset is that it's going to be its own actual system itself, not something you just plug in.
Yeah, it's just like with the PlayStation.
Now, that's another question that gets me concerned is, will it still be compatible with, say, an Oculus or a Quest? Or
very good.
Or will it be using the compatibility of its technology and make it exclusive? Because that would be a bad business model.
Yeah, especially since a lot of people, they've gotten other VR headsets from other companies like the Oculus and stuff like that, and they are now just using them as paperweights.
Yeah.
Because like I said, they're a gimmick. Just like 3D TVs, those were a gimmick. They didn't last long. And hello to you too, Rio. Hello to you as well, gamer nurse Gayle. So sorry, sweetie. Hello to you as well. Now, how should I put this? For the new Xbox, they haven't announced anything yet other than that they are going to be coming out, but they're going to be coming out with another console, but they're ending towards their stuff. They've already announced that they're coming to an end of their console.
Yeah.
The Series X series is and one more after that is the one after that is probably going to be the last one that they do. Steam versus PlayStation, I think it's going to be the only thing. But then again, one is a console, one is basically a PC.
Pretty much a mini PC.
Yeah, it is. It's basically a mini PC, and so it's no different from the original console war where it was Xbox and PlayStation. Now we've got just the whole PlayStation versus Steam, and that's going to be the only competition. And of course, you're going to bring in the PC gamers saying, "Hey, PC master race." Okay, yeah, shut up.
Filthy console gaming peasants.
PC master race, yeah.
Peasants, I bring news. Join me in PC gaming, for you are weak, and I am mighty.
And if you join us, then guess what? You have to buy all of your games again.
Or just go to High Seas.
Do what you want. Information is free. We here at the Scooby Papa 1 channel do not endorse or actually elicit the illegal downloading of intellectual properties. Please purchase and support your local billion-dollar companies. Thank you.
Yes. No pirating. Pirating is bad. Always remember that, people.
Yep. Though, funny enough, mentioning that, looking at the Steam box itself, it would actually make an excellent emulation machine.
It would.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It has enough hardware to do exactly that.
Yep.
Yeah, for me, I do have some games on Steam. When the Steam machine comes out, based on its price, the price will be the deciding factor as towards whether or not I get it. If I get it, I will use it to play my Steam games on it. I already have a PlayStation 6. I am not going to rebuy those games.
You have a PlayStation 6?
I'm at PlayStation 6. Oh my God, thank you. No,
I was about to say, are you a time traveler? Well, how is it? We want to know.
I'm not a time traveler, but people in other countries are. They're hours ahead of us, so. But yeah, no, I'm not going to rebuy my PlayStation 5 games just so I can have them on Steam as well. No, doesn't work like that. Not with me.
And wasn't most of the PlayStation 5 games re-releases too?
Some of them are, some of them aren't. PlayStation 5 has a lot of. They had a lot of. They did have a lot of exclusives, but the thing is with them is their exclusives were timed exclusives. So it would start off with them and then move on to whatever system was going to get it next. Like Lost Soul Aside, that was a timed exclusive. It was going to be on PlayStation. It was going to be a PlayStation exclusive for a few months or so, and then release on other systems, or then release on PC, which is also another thing I don't get is PlayStation has a hand-in-hand relationship with PC anyways. So anything that you get on a PlayStation 5 is going to end up on Steam as it is anyways at some point in time. That's just how it is.
The Halo campaigns are now available on PlayStation.
Yep.
There's no such thing as exclusivity anymore, folks, and that is another
not
reason
anymore.
why
Especially,
we're even hammering it home. Get a computer already.
Yep, we even got Gears of War now. So
yeah,
reminds me of the days when you saw Sonic on the Nintendo console.
Again, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Pretty much.
Also, if the Steam machine proves to be more expensive than just the Steam Deck, I mean, the Steam Deck itself it ran like $700, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was over $1,000.
Yeah, if it becomes more expensive than the Steam Deck itself, well, then hell no, I'm definitely not going to buy it when I can just go ahead and get a Steam Deck. It's a lot easier. It would be a lot more convenient to do that. If you wanted something involving Steam and play games with it and stuff, your Steam games and stuff, you're better off just getting a Steam Deck. Whereas, and as it is true. Yeah, and as it is PlayStation 6, they're also, because of the Steam Deck, they are also Sony is also considering making another handheld, which in my opinion would be awesome because their previous handhelds are great. My favorite handheld that they did was the PlayStation Portable, the PSP. That was my absolute favorite one that they ever did. If Nintendo did another handheld, that would be great, but they would fuck it up. I think that's something we could all realize is they would fuck it up.
Of course.
I mean, the Game Boy that they had was awesome. It was the beginning. It was the king. It was a great godfather. I mean, it started it all. They were the pioneer for that one, and then it went downhill from there for them. I mean, they didn't make another one. And with the Game Boys, they should have kept up with those. They really should have.
All right, I found the tech model.
Ooh.
And this is the course. This is basically the infrastructure of the internet. And I will explain this for the fine folks at home, okay? This is basically where Microsoft is. The takeaway from this is where Microsoft is, okay? So we will go back to this headline in just a few seconds as soon as this queues up. All right. The baseline is one Jenga block, and it is literally a fish on a ruler, okay? Then you have your Linux Foundation and your DNS servers. This is basically the bulk of your base internet. You go up to your Amazon systems and your unpaid open source developers. That's basically every random Android person on the Play Store, Cloudflare, AI with a very well represented tilt of the rest of the structure. All modern digital infrastructure is already teetering. You got V8 down here. You got WASM here. Something happening in the web. And you see how tilted this tower is, folks. The Angry Bird coming in is literally whatever Microsoft is doing. That has always been the case. Whatever Microsoft puts a domino out of place in the entire already incredibly fragile infrastructure, it collapses the whole damn thing, okay? That's what a lot of these people don't understand. Microsoft has never been the forefront of technology. It has never been what they say it is. Windows is meant to collapse. Bill Gates even said it himself. Windows is designed to collapse under its own weight. It's planned obsolescence. This little diagram here, that's your internet. That's your system. And it's being tilted by AI already. So, there's our internet's already down and out, folks.
Yeah.
And it's just that's the unfortunate truth of the matter. That is
Very
the
much so.
unfortunate truth of the matter.
Including with the games too. They're getting a little lackluster as well. But a lot of AI is being put into systems in the future, which is not something that we'd really want. I mean, I have a feeling that they're going to focus. They're going to focus less on. I think they're going to focus in the future. They're going to start focusing more on customizing your system, especially when it comes to the amount of storage and such. I think they're going to start allowing you to customize your own system a bit more, and that would, if they were to do that, that would give them the right to say, "Hey, we're going to charge you more now." Right. Because we've given you the ability to customize it so that way you can do more, even though because we did less. So it's basically like them saying, make your own system. We'll give you the base. We'll pay you. We'll pay. You guys can. We'll give you the base system, and you pay us for the rest of everything else.
Basically, it's just like buying a PC barebone system, and you just fill it with the parts you need.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, for storage and stuff, well, you can already do that with consoles. You can do your own damn storage. You can already change it.
But the benefit that the GameCube's going to have, and this is to its benefit, is it's much like a Steam Deck. It will obviously have full mod support. It will run full emulation support. It will be able. It is, as they say. Hopefully, they maintain the mission statement about as open source as a console can get. It's going to be an Android of consoles. It's going to be open source. You're going to be able to actually work with the source code, and you're going to be able to mod the games within it and run emulators and things like that. That's all being included with this system. But then again, all of these features have been on PC for 20 years. So,
yeah, because they say this is just some of the specs for Valve. The CPU, semi-custom
Scooby, we lost you, kiddo.
Oh, everything okay?
Ladies and gentlemen, Scooby Puppa 1 is currently experiencing some
16 gig.
You back?
I'm back.
All right, because you literally roboted out your entire point.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So the Valve specs this is just some of them.
Mm-hmm.
For the CPU, it's semi-custom AMD Zen 4. The GPU is semi-custom. The RAM, 16 gigabytes. Storage, 512 gigabytes up to 2 terabytes or a micro SD slot.
Mm-hmm.
Operating system, Steam. Potential price like a PC, meaning 800 to 1,000. And if it's up to 1,000 and stuff, then they may just even charge it more. Unless they're idiots. The thing is, though, is that with this Steam box, the Steam machine, though, like you said, you might as well just get a mini PC, a mini gaming PC, and those things like fit in the palm of your fucking hand.
Get yourself a Raspberry Pi. You'll be surprised what you can do on it.
Yeah, so it's and like I said, if they're going to charge you for all this kind of stuff, they're going to charge you that like a PC. You're better off with a Steam Deck. PlayStation 6, if they're going to do the same damn thing to you, guess what? You're better off with the PlayStation 5. End of story.
I actually enjoyed my PlayStation 4.
For my PlayStation 5, the main reason I have it is because I love the games that are on it, and also I can still do backplay compatibility with my PS4.
Shout out to Foxhill. It's good to see you, buddy.
Yes, hon. Very great to see you.
Good to see you, brother.
One of our many mods. But yes, it's pricing can vary of anything. And then of course we have Black Friday coming up. And Black Friday prices for the current consoles that are out. Sonia Lissette, sexy Sonia, how you doing, sweetie? Sonia Lissette, thank you so much, hon, for the new emojis that I have. You did a great job on them. I couldn't have asked for better.
What emojis is she talking about, kids? Well, you have to be a channel member to find out. Join today.
Yes.
You got to learn to show a little bit more school advice.
And depending which rank you are, you might even be able to get gameplay or even be on the show. But yeah, then you have like, say, and there's Sonia, new member.
Ladies and gentlemen, tell her what she's won.
I don't know. What has she won other than being a beautiful woman?
Oh, well, let's see here. What membership did she join under? Let's find that out. I'll have to actually open up the YouTube chat for that. Let's go. And that also means that I'm going to have to add your name to the member list for our ongoing series as well.
SCOOBYPUP'S Rough Views, that's right.
Let's see here.
That's right. That's all of them, Sonia. Thank you so much.
Well, isn't this very strange? She joined at the pup level, so we'll give her a little clip for that, and we will be getting some non-Halloween clips uploaded very, very soon. There you go.
Yeah, Sonia, Duckyard is being, Duckyard when it came to the YouTube one. It looks like it hasn't started, even though it has, especially on X and Rumble. So
everybody is chatting to us right now. Like I said, I have confirmed that the chat is active, but ladies and gentlemen, Duckyard did a dumb today, and
so I will be uploading the video though onto YouTube after the stream. So yeah. So Duckyard.
I mean, is everybody getting their answers? I mean, we're talking. I mean, mic check.
Yeah. Apparently.
It says live on our end.
Yeah, it's live on our end.
It's only live to X according to the Duckyard, so we are not broadcasting to YouTube at the current time.
To me, it says that we are broadcasting live to Rumble and X.
I just refreshed it in a different page, and it still has the Scooby's PawCast title card with Tomby on it.
Like I said, I'll just have to upload it onto YouTube after the stream.
I will go ahead and type in the chat here.
Go to Rumble.
Mm-hmm. Duckyard. Even though we're still able to talk in the chat. Oh my god, I hate this interface. I really do.
Duckyard being mean. That's what it is. Duckyard being mean.
Well, since we're almost to the top of the hour, I feel it prudent that we should go ahead and let the fine folks at StreamYard know exactly how we feel. Oh, yes. I think I'm going to upload a little ditty for our good friends at the Duckyard. What do y'all say to that? Well, before we get to our next topic, I think that's the prudent solution to this mess. And also, it helps me vent a little, for my eye doth twitcheth today.
In the meantime, flat out, Zalosi, what do you think what do you think the price is going to be for the PS6 when it comes out?
Probably about the usual price it would come out. Probably at least 600, 700. Depends on the model and what they're going to include and not include in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think if they do the exact same thing that they did last time, because for the PS5 they did something stupid.
Right.
They came out with the digital, then they came out with the disc, and then they came out with this little disc thing that you can attach to the digital, which was really stupid in my opinion, because they might as well just made it a freaking disc in the first place. So I think that they might try and do the digital and disc again, 2 different prices again, with disc running at 600 and digital maybe running at 500. That is if they even make a disc version, seeing as how so many games are starting to switch over to digital.
Yep, moving away from the physical media has definitely become a thing now.
Physical media for life. I'm sorry, I will always be buying discs.
Don't apologize. That's the right answer. And speaking of which, about digital media.
What does Marcellus Wallace look like? What country you from? Ain't no country I ever heard of. They speak English and English, motherfucker. Do you speak it? Yes. Then you know what I'm saying. Yes. Describe what Marcellus Wallace looks like. Say again. Say again. I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say one more goddamn time. He's black. Go on. He's bald. Does he look like a Does he look like a No! Then why you try to him like a Brett? He did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Brett. You tried to him. And Marcellus Wallace don't like to be by anybody except Mrs. Wallace. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
I feel vindicated now.
That does feel better.
You're welcome.
That definitely
I believe Discussing was having issues with this thing earlier this morning too. So a couple of people have been having issues with it.
Yeah, and I have to say one thing about StreamYard. Fuck you and your Mars.
Get to ask the Mars. Do it.
I hate Mars.
No!
They're Mars. They're Mars. In case you guys are wondering, Mars has StreamYard put out this new thing called Mars, where basically it gives you two point of views. One is like a telephone, and the other one is vertical. So you have a horizontal and you have a vertical, and it drives me insane.
It's because this push for mobile.
It's because it's gay.
I get why they're doing this, and if our esteemed guest were here, he would probably be promoting this innovative new technology because this guy's on the forefront of every way to be able to have his streamer go to multiple channels. But as much as I love you, Tommy, sometimes keeping it simple is the right way to do it. So we're going to agree to disagree.
Price guess. Steam box. What do you guys think? I'm thinking they're gonna go to
$7.99.
Huh?
$7.99.
I'm thinking they're probably gonna go somewhere between $850 $900.
That'll be it after tax.
Yeah. Zalosi, what about you?
Either between 5 something and at least as high as 700 to 800.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they'll go over to the 500 level. Maybe 600 as lowest, at its lowest. Maybe
they might make a diet Gabe Cube for 500, but that'll be down the line.
Yeah, definitely. Because the more expensive one will most likely be like a test. If they make a lower a test, if people are buying it at such and such price, okay, we can keep it at such and such price, or we can come out with a new one, lower price, but better. Just kind of like PlayStation does with their stupid pros. You look at their pros, and they're really no different than the other systems. The PlayStation
Fox is going with the cool 1K.
I don't know. Not with that VRAM in it.
Right.
No, but they said that they were going to price it like a PC, though. That's the thing.
And the PC, a low-end PC with those specs is about $600-700.
Yeah, especially
at
considering
Walmart.
that, especially if they're considering that as especially if they're going to compare it to a PlayStation, especially PlayStation Pro. If they're going to compare it to a Pro, then I can see them using a higher price because, pros are stupid. I've never once owned a Pro. But yeah, I can definitely see it going that way. As far as the new Xbox, well, we don't really know what's going to be going on with the new Xbox. I mean, they're going to be going for their last. I mean, this is going to be their last system, supposedly. And if it's their last system, they might actually put some effort into it. And if they actually do that, they might actually also use the Microsoft name and ego or whatever and try and put that at a stupid price of whatever. So I'm calling whatever they price in the future for any of their stuff $700 because they are greedy assholes who have never put in anything good, in my opinion.
Of course not. That would have to be work involved for that.
Especially with the Xbox 360 and its red ring of death. My brother got that so many times it wasn't even funny until he finally just was like, because when he got his Xbox 360, he gave me his PlayStation 2, and it red ringed on him so many times that he was like, "Give me back my PlayStation." I was like, "Fuck no, you gave it to me."
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Special shout out to our mod team that is letting our chat know that we are live on 2 other platforms. Appreciate you
Yes.
guys.
Yes, so much. Our mod team, this mod team is the greatest. Sonia, Zelosi, Fox Hills. You guys are the greatest. You put in so much work.
It's not YouTube Dragon Knight. It's the duck.
Yeah, it's the duck. The duck is being shit today. It did not download the stream onto YouTube like it should have. Bad duck. Very bad.
After it heavily implies that it wants to stream to both the shorts reel and the standard stream landscape aspect ratio.
Mm-hmm. So upcoming games. Now these upcoming games are coming out in December, and I know Tony, you're not much of a gamer for.
I didn't say I'm not much of a gamer. I'm saying that if with the skills that I have learned in my time, if I were to pick up a new game, I would dominate a lot of you people.
Look, Tony, we're both retro gamers here.
All right, now if you'll excuse me, I'm going to continue rocking in my chair and hitting Donkey Kong over his head with my cane, talking about how games were better back in the day.
Yes, they were.
Thanks.
The games back then, back in the day, they gave you complete games, no DLC crap.
That's right.
And as much as I didn't like, the cartridges or anything, but
the Duck James OP is the nickname that I founded and has been spread throughout the multitudes of communities that I have infiltrated and infected. That is my nickname for StreamYard, because for those of us who can't even afford the basic plan of its incredibly increasing rates, they are forced to have that duck with the headset on the corner where SCOOBYPUP'S Podcast is at the current time. The duck of death is StreamYard. Live it, love it, learn it.
And I will have to move all those wonderful emojis that Sonia made over to Rumble as well.
Yes.
So, upcoming games, so for December, because pretty much as far as November goes, everything that can come out has already come out. December, we have Code Violet, which is basically a spiritual successor to Dino Crisis.
They're bringing back Dino Crisis. Is it going to be the same island, or you say spiritual successor? No,
a spiritual successor. So yeah, dinosaurs plus a crisis. There you go, Dino Crisis. There you go. Spiritual successor.
I remember when Dinos Invade was a collectible card set, but I'm showing my age again.
Terminator 2. Terminator 2D, No Fate. That one.
I am picking that one up.
I am getting that one. That one looks awesome. You're playing the fucking movie video game style. I am so getting that.
Contra style T2. And it isn't by Activision and on the Super Nintendo. Thank fucking Christ.
And what's even more awesome is you're doing it scene by scene, that you see it in the fucking movie. You get you get the truck chase in the in the little valley type area. You get to escape from the T-1000 out of the mental institute.
Yeah,
that you get to do all that shit. It is going to be so fun.
Dad is pumped for that, man. Absolutely.
I am looking so forward to that. Another one is a game called Routine, which is a horror game, and I will not be picking it up because it is way too close to putting me into a fucking seizure. As far
good to see you over here, Dano.
And then of course we got Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. I'm sorry, you could not pay me enough money to play an Avatar game.
It was a pain in the ass to watch the Blue Monkey Cat people. Why would I want to play as one of the Blue Monkey Cat people?
I walked out of the theater.
I'm glad I saw it.
That whole movie was a tech demo. It was nothing more than a tech demo. It was James Cameron going, "Look what I could do with computers now, herder."
Then, of course, we have a very big, not a very big game, but it's very big for any Nintendo nerd. Metroid Prime. That one's coming out. Metroid Prime 4.
I got to side with 8-Bit Eric on this one and say my Metroid has to be Metroidvania or bust. First-person Metroid, I can't. I'm like Eric with this one. I can't. I'm white chick. I can't even. Can't do it. Can't do it. Won't.
Yeah, and I haven't played, in all honesty, I have not played Metroid since the days of early Nintendo, like when you beat the game within a certain time period and she comes out in her underwear and waves to you the entire time during the ending credits.
Good to see you over here, UFO Mega. Hail to you, sir.
Yes, thank you for all of you who came over here from YouTube all the way over to Rumble. Thank you so much for coming over here. Really appreciate it. Then we got, let's see, Styx, Blades of Greed, which is, I've never heard of it, but yeah. You have another Marvel game coming out, Marvel Cosmic Invasion. It's a beat 'em up. Sleep Awake, one that I have never heard of also. Then you have a game for solo leveling coming out. Good show. I had no idea that they were coming out with a game for it. And another Deadpool game is finally coming out. However, this one is a virtual reality game.
Deadpool in VR.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and they did
I'm
not
just
exactly
now getting into.
They did not exactly pick the best voice actors. I'll tell you that much.
I'm just now getting into the VR scene. I'm going to be getting me a headset because I'm doing a lot of content in VR chat because it seems to be doing quite well on YouTube VR chat based videos. So we're gonna dick around with that. So if the voice acting sucks, it's already, you're not selling me any favors, not doing me any favors if you're telling me that the voice.
It's John Leguizamo as
John Leguizamo as DP. Ew.
Yeah, they should have stuck with Nolan North. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Nolan. They should have stuck with him. He was the best.
Bring back Nolan
version.
North.
Yes.
Bring him back.
Hashtag bring back Nolan North.
Hashtag not my Deadpool. Furious Dad, oh my God, you gotta join me in the has-been instances, dude. You and I will have a blast.
Then we got finally, and I think 8-Bit Eric, he mentioned this, Kirby Air Riders. Basically that's Mario Kart, but for Kirby.
Oh yeah, they gotta have a kart racer for every IP now.
Yeah, only instead of like shooting turtles and whatnot and stuff, you absorb other things' powers and then use them. Just kind of like a traditional Kirby, but this time it's Mario Kart like. Morbid Metal, Showa American Story. That's a game that Cult Classic Cage has been interested in. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have ever played this game before, it is finally going to be coming back out. No release date name yet, but it's finally going to be done, and I am so stoked for it. Knights of the Old Republic.
KOTOR is finally getting that shine.
KOTOR is finally coming out. First, it was going to be done by Aspyr. Embracer did not like what they saw, so they said, screw you, you are not doing it. It got sent over to Saber Studios. Then Saber Studios broke off from Embracer. They now have the IP. They are redoing it. Everybody says it looks great on Saber, and Saber does do great things when it comes to remakes and stuff. So, and they do great things when it comes to games as well. So I am stoked for KOTOR.
Now, that
Definitely
is
looking forward to
something
it.
that I will definitely do another replay of is KOTOR because
Revan is awesome. I'm sorry, I love Revan. He is my favorite Star Wars character.
I'm gonna do another Sith run because I'm a maniac. Yes, being a dark Jedi is the way. Flexes.
Man, I mean, if you look through his entire history, including the game and the comics, that guy, I'm surprised he didn't go fucking mental. I'm sorry. All the shit that he did.
Revan, it was everything that I could ever ask for in a sleeper
the goat.
dark Jedi. You know, like say, you know, everybody's like Star Killer this, Star Killer that. I'm like, Revan would look at Star Killer and Star Killer would just die. Like he would just with a thought.
Revan
Mastery of the Force to a level that you become a sleeper agent of yourself.
Revan is the Chuck Norris of Star Wars. I am sorry. That is how I see it. He is the GOAT, and I love him for it. So I am
UFO is saying, is there any media out of the progress? That's a good question.
Just simple you know, teasers here and there on YouTube, but not much other than, you know, like I mean, they haven't shown anything else other than that. It's definitely because it's a remake of KOTOR, but it looks great because they changed some of the fighting aspects. Which
just as long as it's still like real time.
Yeah, they said it's gonna be this. They said it's gonna be all the same stuff. They just changed a bit of the fighting mechanics. They said that's all they did was change.
I want the fighting to basically still be like kind of sort of on autopilot. That was really cool.
Yeah, so that looks that looks cool. I am so totally in for it. I cannot wait for more. I can't wait for some gameplay previews. Its release date is unannounced. It was in development hell for years. I am so glad we are finally getting some more news on it. So that makes me a very, very, very happy Scooby.
All right, Zelosi, you're going to have to use your voice box here in a little bit. I will still be able to chime in regularly, but I got to start getting things set up for my show. So
yes,
gotcha.
Yep.
But yeah, those are the only games, you know, that actually stick out for me that I look forward to. I don't know if there's anything else that I'm missing that you actually look forward to, be it coming out next year, or that has already come out this year. Because I mean, I have as far as games that have already come out this month, I've only really focused on Where Winds Meet. And I've done, like I said earlier, I did gameplay with that on Fury Stan's show, not on Barkade, sadly. But that was really fun because we were trying to figure out how the hell to do co-op, and we eventually figured it out. So yeah. But yeah, a lot of these that are coming out are pretty interesting. Some of them, though, the ones that I really like that are to be announced as towards release date goes. What's sad for me is I have so much trouble remembering their names.
Yeah, I just try to keep a wish list of everything I see that pops up, you know?
I think one of them is one of them is definitely I think it's coming out next year. Mouse PI.
Oh, that's definitely on the list.
Because I have a very deep hatred for Disney. And nothing would please me more than to run around traditional Disney style and start shooting characters.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, a Mouse PI I am extremely looking forward to. Another one is that's been announced, but there's no release date yet, is Samurai Pizza Cats.
Oh yeah, that's another one too.
Cult Classic Cage, she found out about that. She was stoked. I was like, I can't wait. So any of you who like cats or whatever, that's a game for you. But yeah, I believe it's I don't think it's it's a 2D platform game, and I look forward to it. I look very, very, very much look forward to it. Help me out, sweetie, if you know of any other games that I know of.
I don't know about if you know this one, but I learned of this one recently that really got me interested. It's called Kid Bash Super Legend, which is a heavy mixture of both Mega Man and Kirby.
What?
Yeah, it's an interesting mix of both Mega Man and Kirby, and it looks really fun.
That sounds weird. Shit. Oh, there's also the new Grand Theft Auto. Since it's getting postponed and stuff, Grand Theft Auto 6. It keeps on getting postponed and postponed and postponed. It is not a game that is. It is not a game that I particularly like. It's not my type of game.
Honestly, I don't really care too much for the Grand Theft Auto series anymore after 5. Besides, there's going to be that period where it's only going to be out on console, and it'll be maybe a year later before it hits PC anyway. So,
yeah, and on top of that, there's rumor that it's going to charge. They're going to charge like $100 for it.
Ooh.
And I'm sorry, but no.
No.
I don't know.
No.
If you start charging games at that price, all the other people are going to start charging games at that price, especially if the game is actually bought, and a lot of people buy the game. I mean, we already have every time a new console comes out, the prices get raised. The PS3 it was $50, PS4 $60, PS5 comes out and everything is $70. I mean, come on.
It was just a chain reaction. Somebody announces a price increase, and everybody else has got to follow the leader.
And I blame fucking Nintendo for this. I really do. Yep. I fucking blame Nintendo for this.
Honestly, I'll be shocked if they actually release Grand Theft Auto at 100. I would legitimately be shocked.
I would not. I would not, because Rockstar's got one hell of a fucking ego. And to be quite honest, Grand Theft Auto 5, especially Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, that has been making them money like no fucking tomorrow.
That's probably the biggest selling point to 6 is going to be the updated version of the online portion of 6.
Yeah, or if they if they keep cashing out, if they keep banking on Grand Theft Auto 5, they were still making a lot of money on Grand Theft Auto 5.
And they're still releasing content for it.
Yeah, they still are. They're starting to. It's treated like a free-to-play game. And what I mean by that is, new content is constantly getting put out for it. You look at Warframe, every couple of months, a new storyline is added to it. So as it is with Where Winds Meet, I'm assuming that's going to happen with the same thing, because I just got to the point in the campaign where they said, hey, you can't play anymore until after Thanksgiving, and you reach level 52.
So they must
So
still
I
be
am assuming.
developing.
So I am assuming that after Thanksgiving, they're going to add more onto the game, and it's going to get difficult to the point where my butt better be up to that level. And I'm already level 45. So
I think I'm only level 10 so far. I've been taking my time with it.
But yeah, that game and that fucking price is going to be insane if it actually does. And Donovan, welcome over to the Rumble side. Great to see you. Glad to see you on the green. And then, of course, like I said, we have the other games like Code Violet, Terminator, Avatar, Metroid. Metroid is probably going to be highly priced as well just because of the IP name.
And it's Nintendo.
Yeah, it's Nintendo. So, and same with the Marvel Cosmic Invasion, though I don't expect it to be that highly priced because there's so many different Marvel games and people are like, yeah, you know what? We do have the other Marvel game that we can play that's free. So yeah, if you screw us over on the Cosmic Invasion, guess what? Fuck you. We'll go to the other.
Yep. Just go play Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, just go play Marvel Rivals. Deadpool VR will probably be expensive. Just probably be pretty expensive, mainly because it is VR. And like I said, VR is a fucking gimmick. It's a joke. Kirby, Nintendo will probably give it a pretty price because once again, popular IP. Showa American Story, I don't find that I find that probably being cost at maybe $60 to $70. Metroid probably be 70 plus. Terminator 2D, given that its design, given the design that it has, I'm going to say it's probably going to be running around $60.
My only hope is that, they finally managed to get it pushed out. They've been delaying it a couple of times.
It is supposed to come out December 12th.
Well, that's good.
Because it was supposed to come out originally in November, but then it got pushed back to now it's December 12th. So yeah, because these are all games that are coming out in December and later or to be announced. Phantom Blade Zero, that one I am all stoked up for. Any game that is hack and slash and stuff like that, you will have my attention. You will definitely have my attention full time on that one. Star Wars, KOTOR, that's an old school game. I think the price for that one's going to be rather iffy when you think about it, because the only people who really know of KOTOR are the ones who played the original one. Because Star Wars games now are so crap, people don't want to buy them and stuff. They're just going for the originals and they're going for the remakes and whatnot. KOTOR, however, even Knights of the Old Republic 2 is also getting a remake and coming out again. And so, yeah. But the price for that one that's going to be hard.
If they're smart, they'll at least keep it 60.
If they're smart, they'll keep it between 50 to 60.
Yeah.
If they're really smart, they'll make it at 50. Because this is a game. It's a gem. It's a badass game. And if you really are into Star Wars games and you want a good one, that is one that you severely want because it is one of the best of the best.
Oh, absolutely.
And so for that, if they want to get maximum amount of money from that one, they'd be best charging it between 50 to 60. And I'm hoping 50. And given its age, however, given how old it is, you never know. They might actually put it less than that. They might actually put it under less than 50. You never know. That's why I said with the KOTOR, it's iffy. It's a iffy call. Showa American Story. I'm thinking that's going to be between 50 to 60. Mainly because of the new Yakuza game that just came out. So I'm thinking it's going to be between 50 to 60. Solo leveling, same. Routine Avatar, since it's an expensive IP, it's very well known and stuff. I can expect them to charge a lot of money, especially since there's more Avatar movies still to come out. And I think there's
It'll
one.
definitely be up there.
Yeah, Avatar is going to be costly. I definitely think Avatar's they're going to try to rip you off for Avatar. Marvel Cosmic Invasion, I would be surprised if they actually made that free to play, since it's a beat 'em up. And a lot of the beat 'em ups that are coming out right now are either really, really cheap or they're free to play. And we just have Marvel Rivals, and that's an arena type free to play. So that one is, if they do charge anything, I'm thinking they're going to charge $20.
Yeah, taking a look at it now, this definitely looks like a $25 game at the most. Maybe $30 if it's like a special edition.
Yeah, if they start throwing in characters that are really well known, like Ghost Rider and things like that, if they start throwing in characters like that, then yeah, they probably bring it up to 30. But that's a game that I can see running about maybe $20 or so.
Yeah.
Terminator 2D, No Fate. I can see that, given the style of game that it is. I can see that being about $40 to $50.
Yeah, given all the work in it, and what you're literally just going to be playing the actual movie in 16-bit plus format. So yeah, it'll definitely be worth the price. It'll be the game we never got.
James Opp, I would love to see the old gold box AD and D series redone, but Wizards of the Coast would ruin them.
Oh, Wizards would ruin everything.
Yes, very much so. Solo leveling, I honestly don't know. I'm going to say that's probably going to run around 50 to 60 because it's based off of the Amazon show. And not a lot of people know what the hell solo leveling is, but it is sort of, it does have that, a lot of people love the Japanese look to it, the characters and everything. And if you've seen solo leveling on Amazon, it's probably you'd notice it's actually a decent show. Especially since it is anime.
Yeah, I know a couple of people who watch a lot of it. They enjoy it. They'll probably play the game as well when it comes out.
But yeah, the Metroid Prime, though, I think they'd probably charge, Nintendo would probably charge $80 for that. But the thing is about Metroid Prime, though, is there's a very big torn audience with them right now. And that is because a lot of people, they don't like the fact that Metroid Prime went 3D, and a lot of people don't like that it went to 3D to first person as well.
Yeah, I remember the original Prime. It was like a 3D shooter, but it wasn't first person.
No. The first Metroid, the original Metroid Prime on regular Nintendo was not like that. It was a platform. It was a platform game. And Code Violet, since it's a Dino Crisis successor, but I think it's, I don't know if it's indie. I'm not quite too sure. I don't quite remember, but That one I'm thinking is probably going to run around $60, maybe 70. Routine, like I mentioned, that's an indie game, so that's going to be cheap.
Yep. A lot of sorry.
A lot of indie games are really inexpensive.
Oh, definitely. I've been honestly the majority of games I've bought in this year has actually been indie.
Yeah, money doesn't grow on trees for me, so I've been very, 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 very picky about what games that I get. And luckily, I am lucky to have what games I do have and what games I am able to get my hands on. But these companies, be they indie or not, be they indie or EA or PlayStation, it doesn't matter which company it is. They need to realize money does not grow on trees.
No, it doesn't. I mean, there's been a lot of... One of my biggest mistakes this year was probably Monster Hunter Wilds with how that game turned out. And I'm still kicking myself over buying it.
Yeah, I have not played it. I've never played it. Monster Hunter Wilds just was not my type of game.
Monster Hunter is one of those games where you have to constantly grind. And you have to dodge roll. It's like what if a Souls game totally played with numbers that was, completely unrealistic. Like I look at some of the DLCs, man, I'm just like,
Well, that's the thing. I kind of enjoy the play style of those games, but the problem with Wilds is that the game was poorly optimized. It had so many issues at launch that it was just near unplayable. And when you got to in-game, you literally had nothing to do.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't as amazing as World was when it came out.
For me, it's not my type of style. I'm very much into hack and slash.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Monster Hunter is hack and slash. It's just a very tedious hack and slash.
Well, when I say hack and slash, I'm more referring to something Devil May Cry like.
Yeah.
Those are the fast-paced action. Those are the ones that I really, really like. There's something always going on. Lost Soul aside, Devil May Cry. The only first-person shooters that I actually really have played, liked, and not gotten sick while playing because of first-person nausea have been Borderlands 1 and 2, Destiny, and BioShock. Those are the only ones. There have been other games that are, regular hack and slash and stuff like that have just made me really, really ill. There's one game, Arcana Heart 2. And that goes back to the PS3 days. That's a beat 'em up. It threw me into a fucking seizure. So yeah. So there are certain games that are just for me. And even you look at the price for some of them as well, and they're just no. I would rather borrow the game than play it. And luckily I have friends that do have especially my buddy Jamal. Luckily he has a PlayStation as well, and I can always borrow it from him. But yeah, just no. I'll borrow it from them and treat it, as like maybe a demo. Yeah, if it's really good, I'll probably just go up to my dad and be like, "Hey, can you please?"
Most of the time,
even if I have to wait until next year, maybe slap this on the list of something you can do for So yeah, it'd be like, and if not him, then I would probably have to go to my brother begging. And knowing my brother, he'd just say, "Go away." We do not have
All
the
I've
greatest.
got for today. Go now.
Yeah, my brother and I, we don't have the world's greatest of relationship. Sibling rivalry, you know how that is. But yeah, the pricing for games, upcoming games and stuff, that's going to be just like with the consoles and stuff, the instant missions like that. A lot of that stuff's going to be thrown up in the air, and whether people buy them or not depends if they're any good. As far as the Steam machine, a lot of people are just probably going to wait until it comes out and then watch other YouTubers who have it use it and see what it's like before they buy it, just like they do when it comes to games.
Oh, most definitely.
That's the same for me. But yeah, new tech, possible prices for games and them and stuff. And then, of course, you have Black Friday, which will always, even nowadays, back then, I mean, originally, like a couple years ago, Black Friday actually meant something. You actually got a good deal. Now, Black Friday means like, oh, you only get like maybe 10% off. It's like, that's nothing. That is not a Black Friday deal.
Right.
And next year, I mean, who knows what the pricing will be when it comes to Black Friday sales over there. When it's like, watch us not have any sales for them. So, yeah. So we've reached our 90 minutes. Duckyard, fuck you for not being Duckyard, fuck you for the trouble with you two. And well, my frustration with Duckyard. Tony, would you love to play Pulp Duck again?
I already removed it from the menu. But I think at the very least.
But, well, at the very least, we can say in joint, fuck you, Duckyard. Yes, very much. Whack. So, yeah, but I will upload it onto YouTube. But in the meantime, fuck you, Duckyard. Thank you guys who switched over from YouTube all the way over to Rumble. Awesome. You are the world's greatest. And for that, we end the stream. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Oh, not going to let me plug?
Oh, okay, plug away, sweetie. I completely forgot. Thank you.
See. Ladies and gentlemen, we have pop culture news coming up in just under half an hour, folks. That's right. We're going to be talking about, is Kurtzman Trek really on the outs? We have a little bit of gaming news, too, alongside some odd news and some community news. It looks like another streamer got, arrested. Oopsie daisy. All of that and more as we also cover the Fallout 2 trailer on StarCast Mark 20, which will be happening in exactly half an hour and some change. As Scooby Pup will be there. If you want more Scooby Pup, that's where you can find her. And we hope that you enjoy our upcoming program. And remember, at the Stark of Iron channel, you can trust us.
Zalosi, sweetie, you got anything for us? I know you've been getting ready to start your own little game streaming.
Yep, just once I get a few more things worked out. Mainly I'm going to start it up next year once everything's finally finalized, and I got some upgrades coming in and some much needed soundproofing. That's for sure.
Hey, there's nothing like tuning out those getting those little fine tuning in that makes everything great.
Definitely.
As for me, as Tony said, I will be on StartCast next. I am one of his lovely panel members. So be sure to check that out in half an hour while he and I at least try to feed ourselves in some way, shape, or form.
We run a tight ship, so expect a professional, streamlined show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, very much so. So you can check us out then in half an hour. Please be our guest. Also, next Saturday on SCOOBYPUP'S PAWCAST, we will have post-Thanksgiving Zach's. And we all love Zax. Zax is great. Zax wins us.
People are my friends.
Zax is wonderful. He is the finder of YouTube videos that make everybody laugh.
Transform's gonna catch these heads.
So yes, come on next Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern, and join us as we have Zax and we talk random shit or whatever. We will figure it out. But come on down.
It's gonna be a diet circle of jerks.
So we will have a great time next Saturday, 5 p.m. Scooby Pups podcast, and I will do as much as I can. I swear to God, people, I swear I need to start up Scooby Pups Barkade again, and I will next week. It's just so much in real life stuff has happened. Also on Friday, Scooby Pups Rough Views. I have been with Alistair from Has Been Hotel. He and I have decided to team up and review the entire first season of Has Been Hotel. However, the rough views for it turned out to be quite long. So we decided to break it up into individual episodes. And episode 1 was earlier this week on Friday, and next week will be episode 2. So be sure to catch that one out. And you know me, I'm always working on stuff and ideas for you guys. Please like, subscribe, become a member at Top Dog level. You can even make yourself onto the show. Even if you're not Top Dog, you could always just become a member, and becoming a member just means you can toss in suggestions, all that good stuff. You can toss in suggestions for Rough Views, podcast, Barkade. You have a little say yourselves in the show. So, like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. You know the drill. Thank you for coming on, and see you next time.
Have a good evening.
Wonderful time.
Bye-bye.